Well, then put that in your notes.
But don't even bother trying to fix it.
Put that in your notes. I'm serious. Put in your notes. Put in Virginia question mark or whatever the place is or the date question mark, and then go in there in a note and say there is information found in so-and-so book and it's totally incorrect. Don't use it. And then when somebody else, you see, I'm telling you how to do this. This is supposed to be on how you're supposed to get stuff from the internet. But if you don't give to the internet correctly, then other people are going to have the same problem of getting from the internet. It's got to be done correctly. Yes?
What's your opinion on, when you're looking at the census, the people that are listed next to each other, are they really neighbors or not? Because that can be important if you're trying to...
It can be important. House 54 has got John Broyles and House 55 has got William Broyles. They may be 100 yards from each other. They might be 5 miles from each other.
I mean, back then, could the brothers have given all his family information? Or, I mean...
You know, you might assume that they were brothers, but look at the dates and then go and pull up another Internet Explorer session and try and find those two brothers or those two people and see if they are brothers. But you can't really go 100% by that, and you can't really say they're living next door to each other because you don't know how far down the road it was when the enumerator was walking or riding his horse. I was going to say something about the census. Oh, you go look up census and you're going to put that in one of your notes for other people to see later. Do not change the information. If it says Williams, comma, JNO, period, that's the way you put it in your database. That's the way you put it in the note. You don't write out Jonathan or John. If it's got Mary spelled M-A-R-E-Y, you put it in your notes that way. You copy the census information exactly the way it is. You put down the name they were born with. If they were born Frederick Zimmerman, and he came over here and the first court document said Fred Carpenter, his name wasn't Fred Carpenter in your database. It was Frederick Zimmerman. And in an alternate name, you put down, also known as Fred Carpenter. And I see that a lot where people do go, and in their databases, they translate and put it in the Americanized when that person was not born that way. So, you know, you try and be accurate from the beginning, from the data sources.
Is there a standard way to deal with the changeover in the calendar from the Julian to...
I note on the website, on my database, if I've got down 20 March 1717, you will find it in a lot of records as 20 March 1717, 17/18. Do any of you not know the significance of the two, using 2 years? Before they changed over to the new calendar as opposed to the old calendar, the new year started on the 24th of March. 25th. It ended on the 24th of March, started on the 25th. So if a person was born 24 March 1917 or 1717 as we know it, that's good. But if he's born on 25 March, it would have been 18. I put it in my databases as the year the way we know it. So if it says 20 March 1717, I put down 1718.
How do we know you've changed it?
Because I have said so in the database.
Okay.
Notes, notes, notes. I have got that on the website. It says I have, when using these dates, I have done it this way. Isn't that satisfactory?
Because otherwise I wouldn't know if you did
Yeah.
or didn't, or didn't even know you should.
Yeah. But I don't like entering 1717/18. I just don't like it, and it's just, you know, a personal thing with me. But I think most genealogists, I don't know, maybe you don't. Most genealogists do know that up until the 25th of March, it was the previous year. I don't believe our ancestors came over in 1717. Don't you think they came over in 1718? As we know it, honestly, if it was in February or March, it was 1718 to us, but to them it was 1717. I have tried to enter first and second colony people into mine. I'm up to 45,000 people. It just gets unmanageable after a while. And you can't merge. I'll just tell you right now, when you use a database program, forget merging databases. You will end up with a mess that you will never, ever correct. It won't work. Too much conflicting data. The only thing you can do is to have somebody that's got like a Kathy Clore, somebody that's got a decent database, and start having people send their data to be added into that. And that's the only way I know. When you're going down 15 generations, every one of the first and second colony Germannans, you know how many people you're talking about? Hundreds of thousands. Probably 1 out of every 10 people in America is a Germanna descendant. I mean, I'm serious. Just, you know, you see it every day. You used examples. We were talking about Governor Kemper yesterday, and I said, isn't that a coincidence? Remember Missouri 2004 when the governor died before the election and they went ahead and elected him anyway? And then the state legislature appointed his wife in his place as the governor. She was a Kemper. No matter where you...
What happened, but
Huh? Do what?
it was a U.S. Senate candidate. She was not the governor. He was.
Well, I didn't mean you're not
Yes,
governor.
he
You're
actually-
Senate.
He was the governor. You're right.
Running for Senate. Running for Senate. He died. They elected him anyway. But the point was his wife was a Kemper. One of our ancestors, or one of our cousins.